Hey guys, so this is blog development blog number 6. The that music's a bit distracting. The last one, number 5, was kind of like a bonus one where I just wanted to like play the game and I didn't really focus that much and specify the changes. So this one's going to be more of like a change log of between number 4 to number 6. I like to kind of do one of those once a month. Just see we got a nice menu, which I believe was not in number 4, though I did kind of show it off in number 5. So far, these are all the options. Got 3 FPS settings. Got your overall volume, sound effects volume, and music volume. So that's good stuff. Of course, the menu is a little ugly right now, but hopefully we can get something pretty, maybe a pretty background picture or something at some point. Also, I did create a Twitter, by the way, which though I'm pretty new to Twitter, so I don't even know really what to post on it. So if you want to comment what kind of stuff you want to see. Level 1 is completely finished and created. Level 2 is soon to be finished. Kind of curious if other people even make them in order. I kind of am right now, though I'm probably going to do the tutorial missions last, because then I'll know all the game mechanics I have in the other levels by then. And the test level is the one I've been showing off in the past. I'll probably continue to do so. But I was thinking maybe we could do a bonus dev vlog again if people really want it, comment it, and maybe I could play level 1 or level 2. I think level 2 might be a little bit better because level 1 is very, very easy, especially if you know where all the attacks and stuff are coming from, so it might not be as fun to watch, even on hard. It's basically like that Wings of Liberty mission in StarCraft 2 where you meet Dr. Hansen and you're escorting a bunch of people as they go down a path, so you can kind of set up your defenses real easy. But for a newcomer, it should be a little bit harder. Got 3 difficulties, which I got working for level 1 and level 2. I don't have them for test, and they won't affect the tutorial either. Anything else before I jump into the game? Got sound, yeah, you know that. Nope. Let's jump into the test map. So you'll see here now I got a very basic dialogue system where we got the portrait, the name, the soldier Steve. We got continue or skip all if you want to skip all the dialogue. Looks like those darn industrians are at it again, which I did post kind of an story intro video not too long ago. Check that again if you want to know who the heck the industrians are and whatnot. Kick them out of the party. Very generic stuff being said, but you'll notice, keep an eye on this guy's name as the mission progresses. Steve the Soldier. So a lot of things I think you know about the mine shaft. Got the Gatling turret. I'm gonna turn down those sound effects for the video. Sometimes voices can be a lot lower than game sounds. Got the Grenadier. As you see, he can throw stuff over and hit a bunch of targets, which I think that was not in the third one, but you did see him in that bonus vlog. We'll try to get the rocket silo going soon because that takes a while before you can do a missile, but that was also, I think, in the bonus video if you missed that. Now, hopefully we'll get some soldiers coming out here, because one new thing that's kind of nice is now before when the soldiers were just at their end point, they kind of just sat there, but now when they get there, they'll kind of guard the area and seek out nearby enemies, so they're not just sitting around. Put a new wall there. We got tons of money because I gave myself tons of money just for demonstration purposes. Right now we only got 2 builders. Again, that'll be something you can upgrade outside of combat. You'll see he previously would have just sat there and gotten outranged, but now he goes and attacks the enemy, which is a good thing. Let's see. Can't remember if the enemy had like the missile turrets and stuff, but yeah, they got their own turrets now. Let's see, grenadiers, missile style. Oh yeah, the bunker sprite is new. This is like the headquarters building that'll be in pretty much every map, unless I decide to have any maps where there aren't buildings, like a micro mission or something. But it looks nicer. Still kind of small for all the dudes that come in and out of there though, which is kind of funny. But that's all right. Oh yeah, the workers now. I basically disabled their collision so that if they got opposite pathing against these guys, they won't run into them, because that could really screw up pathing. Basically what StarCraft 2 does as well, where they can just go through enemies. But these guys happen to have a farther path to go through. Same with builders too. Alright, let's build some more dudes so we can start getting outside this area. Jackson's probably my favorite hero right now because he's so fast and you just run up and shoot people. Oh, you'll notice this guy right now. There's I have a script that I put on some of the enemies where they'll specifically go towards player heroes. If there's no player hero on the field, they'll just act like a normal enemy. But as soon as a player hero spawns, they'll just go right after him. And that kind of nerfs the strength of heroes, because otherwise they could just run past all the waves and snipe buildings. But this makes it a little bit harder for them to do that. It makes it a little more fun too, because it makes the pressure on. You have to dodge and weave and attack. It's kind of weird, like that little look right there. Not sure why that's like that. Anyways, this is something where I just have when the hero gets to here, it pops up this. That was kind of a test of the system. It pauses the match, which I'll probably stick to, like, and see how it kind of messes up the flow of the game a little bit, but I'm not quite sure how else to do it. So, but if anyone has better ideas, feel free to comment. Soldier Steven keeps changing his name, this Steven guy. Those turrets are super dangerous, in case we didn't know. Best to dodge their attacks, or take them head on, or lay down some sandbags, whatever. Oh yeah, all the art now currently is all mine, which is kind of cool. He's going backwards, that silly guy. He must have gotten pushed. He's like, I want to be over here. Oh yeah, there's trees now that you can hide under, though for the player it doesn't really do anything. It's more just for hiding enemies. Makes it a little bit harder for the player. At least there's some hunting guys. See, you can't see them under there. Yeah, we'll go and despawn because he's getting a bit hurt. Make some more stuff. This one's almost dead. I do think this gameplay is getting pretty fun too. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm definitely enjoying it. Of course, the rocket guy, he's kind of a balance against using sandbags, because the rockets will just go right over the sandbags and then explode on you. If it explodes right by the sandbags, it'll hurt both them and the player. Again, I like it now that they don't just sit there when there's an enemy nearby. They'll kind of go after them. Oops, I died. Again, the incapacitated thing. I'll probably have again, out of combat upgrades, or one of them will be you can upgrade how fast your heroes heal. That way you can kind of play the game a little bit, customize it how you want. If you want to play more of a commander style, like I am right here, just overviewing the battle, just building stuff, which I do definitely enjoy. Most of the time I'll kind of do that, and then when I'm waiting for more money, then I'll jump into hero mode and start attacking stuff. Maybe that'll be how most people play, I don't know. Let's go ahead and send them this way so they can start pushing forward. Now I did show off the tunnel in the last video, but it wasn't available 2 blogs ago, so I'll show that off again. You notice now these new art, I have it so it's not all squares. Previously I was using a tile set from the Unity store that was free, and it was just all squares, and I probably could have edited it myself to make these kind of half squares, excuse me, but I think it looks a little nicer now. And I kind of like the colorfulness that I ended up being able to make, so that's good. Something like this is pretty hard to get past even with the hero, especially if they have some hero seeking enemies nearby. In the second mission I have them where they'll also have some guys who will just spawn from the building, and then maybe they'll guard an area right here, an area here, an area here. Maybe some of them will be hero seekers, where if the hero's out they'll start going after him. So that makes it even harder to break this with just a hero alone, even though heroes are pretty strong. We do got the missile, which they do a fair amount of damage. I want to say they do like 75 damage, I think I have it set to, and most units are 100 health. I think these might be like 300, and this might be like 500. Walls are maybe 200, I forget. So you can do a good amount of damage, but you're not going to be able to just immediately win the game. That is something you can do if you want to play completely commander mode and not even be a hero, but you're having trouble breaking a hard defenses. You could build several of these rocket things, and when it gets to the end we'll have another rocket. Build some more rocket silos, even though we probably won't even get to use them. It takes so long to build rockets. That'll be another upgrade where you can increase how fast they build rockets. And I might have mentioned this before, but I'll probably let the player grind those upgrades if they really want to. I don't think I want to make it so it's not necessary. So they'll get maybe like 3 upgrade points the first time they beat a level. And then if they replay it and beat it again, they can have 1 upgrade point. Just for people who really want to get like all the upgrades and stuff. So again, here, again, I mentioned it with the hero spawning, is you got this little blue flag here, and these tunnels are another spawn point you can choose. So if you click on it, the blue flag changes from here to here, and now this is where you spawn from. Now, the only thing I might do as well, I'm thinking about, is again, you do have to come all the way back here if you want to despawn without dying. So maybe what I'll do with that upgrade system is maybe make a special ability that costs a little bit of extra upgrade points that'll let you despawn anywhere. Maybe it'll take like 5 seconds or something, so you can't just immediately spawn in battle just to save yourself from dying. So that could be a little cheap, but that's what I'm thinking right now. But feel free to comment again. The other thing is, if you have more than 1 tunnel and you walk over it as a hero, it'll also change your spawn point to that one. And if the current spawn point dies, it'll just default to the starting point, the headquarters. Boom. Yeah, I just kind of let him kill me so I could despawn. Just bad because then he heals slower, but looks like we just about won the match. So let me check my notes. Anything else we need to talk about? We did add sound again, which wasn't there before. We got both music and sound effects. It looks like we won, which this one I just wanted to destroy all the buildings to win. Steve successfully evaded debtors. Ah. So it turns out maybe the enemy wasn't an industrial, maybe it was just someone Steve owed money to. Steve got his name back. Now let's celebrate with pie. So let's see, we talked about grenadiers. They throw 3 grenades, maybe upgrade them to throw like more grenades or something. And their grenades can hit multiple enemies, which the only one else who can do that are the heroes. Well, the rockets can too, actually. But they're the only mobile guys that can. Saw the missile silo. You can build a ton of those if you want to just completely bunker yourself up with turrets and stuff, and then just take out the enemy from afar. That's one option to play, though missile silos are pretty expensive, so that would take a while to do. And then some missions, like the first one at least, there's kind of like a soft time limit where you're escorting people, and once they get to the end, you win the mission. So it's probably not the best mission to go missile silos, but we'll have some others. Maybe there'll be, I'm definitely looking at bonus objectives for missions, so maybe some will award you with extra missiles or something you can have fun with. Let's see. We've got a pause menu now, which I showed that off in that mid video. It's not too crazy, so you can't save during a mission right now, which I'll admit when I look into it, it looks kinda annoying to implement, to be honest. So I'm still kinda going back and forth of whether I want to put I feel like it's something I should put in, but I also don't want to do the work. And missions are supposed to be about 10 to 30 minutes long is what I'm trying to go for. The first mission is probably about 15 minutes. So, I mean, not saving mid-game in that short of mission I don't think is that big of a deal. But we'll see. It does save your like your progress though. So what levels you've unlocked, whenever you finish a level you unlock the next one. Let's see, we talked about the blue hero spawn, the hunt the player script. We got these dialogues I said, the new tiles, which they're all pretty, everything's nice and bright now. I think this has most of the tiles I made. Might need some more variety. I did have a red version of the brick road, but I quickly found out that it's really hard to see the enemy projectiles on that one, because it was like a very similar or maybe even the same red. So I'm not gonna end up using that, but maybe I could do another color like yellow or something. Follow the yellow brick road and all that. There's the trees again. That's mostly for kind of trick the player into hiding under those. I was thinking maybe I could do something like an optional difficulty that maybe you unlock when you beat the game, where you could do fog of war or something. That would be even less information for the player. It could be something to challenge them once they've already beaten the game. Maybe also add perhaps a brutal difficulty that you can unlock too after beating the game. Just beat it on any difficulty, really, even easy, and then you can play brutal perhaps. As brutal, my idea is that since I'm going to be doing those armory upgrades, that it should be hard even when you have most of the armory upgrades. So I wouldn't want a new person choosing brutal and then being like, this game sucks, it's too hard. Because I found out in StarCraft 2 that there's a lot of people who are just not willing to down the difficulty, like it's a pride thing or something, I don't know. And then they'll be like, I choose the hardest difficulty and it was too hard. This game sucks. Like, there's other difficulties. Just choose the lower difficulty. It's ridiculous. I think I did mention we got a Twitter now. Again, I don't even know what to post on that. So far I'm just posting the videos and whatnot. Some questions I wrote down. This one I might even already know the answer to. I was just asked, should enemies rebuild their stuff? But I'm thinking probably not. Because just, again, I'm aiming for that 10 to 30 minutes per level. And I think doing that might make the level a bit too long, especially right now when you can't save. Let's see, so we got 10 levels. So that would be anywhere from 110 minutes to, let's see, 30 minutes. That would be 300 minutes. That's 5 hours, I believe. So anywhere from about 2 hours to, I don't know, probably 4 hours maybe to complete the whole main story campaign. That's what I'm aiming for right now. The tutorials, I'm not sure quite how long those will be, but that's a little less important. And then I had a question of, is pausing game for dialogue too distracting? Which I kind of mentioned that, but feel free to give your own opinion on that. Another thing I'm kind of going back and forth in my head is, should the player be able to repair their structures, or maybe should they even have like a slow repair, kind of like if you played Creeper World 1, 2, or 3, any of those, they kind of have a slow repair on those structures. Then again, at the same time, a lot of them immediately die if they even get hurt, especially like the income producing structures. That's one of the awesome series that has influenced me, as well as there are others too. The attack flags, a bit like the Majesty series, which is also a great series. But maybe someday I'll make a list of all the awesome games that have kind of influenced me. StarCraft 2 is definitely a big one. You guys know I used to mention it several times. I used to make maps in that. But yeah, don't think there's a ton more to say. I'm kind of thinking, what do I want to go doing forward for these videos as well? Should I start just playing the missions as I complete them to show them off? Because I'm getting low on of like new things to show off, like new like game, well, what do I want to say, basically the I mean the new stuff is just going to be new levels put into stuff. Like there's not going to be many more new types of soldiers or many new types of buildings or anything like that. At some point I would like to make bosses, but I don't know if I want to put the work, like commit to that right now, because again, I do want to make realistic expectations to actually finish this game. So there may or may not be boss units, enemy boss units. We'll have to find out. So yeah, let me know what you'd want to see in the future. Would you want me to see me actually just playing through the missions? Oh, by the way, I gotta, real quick before I end this video, we'll do the hilarious intro. The hilarious intro to level 2. I laugh at my own jokes way too much. I just went back and laughed at something. Oh yeah, it was Stukov and Pals. I check the reviews every once in a while on there, and I laugh at my own stuff way too much. There's that new unit Roy that I implemented. It was kind of like a marketing thing. But his dodge mechanic said he learned on Earth the Mamba, the Tango, and the Chicken Dance. I don't know, I laugh at my own stuff too much. So you can laugh at my stuff and watch me laugh at my own stuff. So, these bandits are blocking our path. We'll need to take them all out, says Tino. Yeah, you got some more portraits in here. So that's the commander guy when you're building stuff. That's what he looks like. A lot of these guys look kind of the same because I was a bit lazy. It's kind of same facial structure, but I changed the hair and a few things. So they're also threatening these villagers. We should try to protect them. So on this one, if you protect the villages, you'll get some bonus stuff. There's 2 other villages too. Hey, how is it the bandits and pedestrians are able to put their defenses so close together? Do they have some sort of advanced close proximity unlimiter technology? So Jackson's kind of a goof. He's more of an action guy. Just see they got a ton of stuff close together, whereas you have to have certain spaces between walls and stuff. Let's find out why that is. Ava, unfortunately not. We have the Union's extensive regulations to blame. They don't allow structures to be built too close together for safety and comfort concerns. So again, watch that little story intro and you'll learn a bit about the Union and the Industros. Yeah, it's the same regulation that makes me go commando. That's one of my hilarious jokes. For those who don't know, going commando is when you don't wear underwear under your pants. So, hilarious underwear joke. No apologies made. Alright, you guys enjoy your day. Hope this was fun to watch. Over 20 minutes. I don't know if any of you will even get to this part. Comment if you did. Thanks for watching. Bye.